Well, Kylie Jenner is going to be put in the hot seat because Tyga's under some scrutiny for where he's getting all his money. We know I haven't heard the song from him in forever.
Yeah, he's done a few features here and there, but nothing too big.
Nothing that could afford things like Maseratis, Bugattis, diamond rings, mansions, all the gifts he's allegedly buying for Kylie. And some guy he owes a lot of money to is suing him, saying, look, he should be paying me back, not buying these expensive gifts. Where is he getting the money? I guess the courts are taking it seriously, and they're going to interrogate Kylie about his finances because they're starting to suspect maybe he's got some illegal side hustle going on.
Or maybe he has a sugar mama named Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, or maybe it's Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner is behind everything in Hollywood. I wouldn't be surprised if this could be added to the list.
Exactly.
Okay, and Adele had a weird comment to say in a new interview. She kind of regrets quitting smoking. Now, please don't go out and start smoking, but she says all of the great singers in history smoked. She had surgery on her throat in 2011 to fix a hemorrhage or something, and so she had to quit smoking as a result of that. But she says since, her voice has not been the same, and so she kind of wishes she was still smoking.
And that had nothing to do with the surgery either?
I know, right? What a weird comment.
Yeah.
And, you know, your little boy, I'm sure you want to stick around for him, too.
Exactly. It's a little bit more important than your career, Adele.
Yeah. All right, and Pippa Middleton, you know, Kate's sister,
yeah.
She's the latest celebrity to be victim of an iCloud hack. You can't use iCloud, people. It's not secure enough. So they didn't steal any nudies or anything like that. They're just family photos, birthday pictures, some of her nephews. Very boring. But 3,000 of them were stolen. Who has 3,000 photos of their birthday party? Other than me. So, yeah, just don't use the iCloud. And finally, Brad Pitt, they have an ironclad prenup that has settled all of their properties with him and Angelina. They have 12 properties together. It's all sorted out who's getting which one. The big fight's going to be with the custody of the kids because there's nothing about that in the prenup, obviously. So we're going to be hearing about that for months and months and months and months.
And he also officially adopted the adopted children as well. Okay.
And as we know, Angelina wants full custody, and he says he's going to do whatever it takes to fight her on that. So it's going to get messy. But at least they've each got mansions to go home to.
Yeah, but it's still so sad to see these kids become these pawns. You know,
It is sad. We'll give you the latest tomorrow. Oh, Justin Bieber has been famous for a long time, right? And there's one thing about it he really doesn't like. He doesn't like his fans. He's made that very clear now, right? Every time they come after him, he's complaining that he wants them to leave him alone. And over the weekend, we got another reminder. Okay, so he's still on tour in Europe, and he was staying at a hotel, and some fangirls were gathering outside his hotel because, you know, I did the same thing looking for Cher. That's why I was off yesterday. So it's not a shock that you'd want to get a glimpse of your favorite celebrity. So they were waiting outside his hotel. Finally came out because he decided to go for a walk, and you can hear this video. TMZ has it. And they're saying, Justin, so excited. He walks right past him and says, you guys suck. Keeps walking. The poor girls, you hear them go, oh, like, so heartbroken.
Here's an idea. Justin, they're not going to leave you alone, so why don't you leave and go somewhere remote?
There's an idea, or just, I don't know what the answer is, because if you're on tour, you do sometimes have to go to big cities, but I just don't know why he treats them this way. Now, one of the girls in the group is a huge believer, and she's saying, no, we got it all wrong. He was just joking. He was talking about our dance moves or some excuse like that. But really, I don't know who to believe, because he could say the worst thing to the believers, and they would still be there for him.
I think he's battling depression personally.
Probably.
And I think he needs to go on like a retreat somewhere.
For like a long time.
Like yoga. Go find yourself again, Justin.
Yeah. Anyway. You don't suck, believers. We love you. Okay, Rob Kardashian. Have you been watching this Robin Black show? Rob China. No, we haven't been watching.
I've been watching like the little clips.
Anyway, it's terrible, and they keep fighting. All it is them fighting, and supposedly, though, Rob has gained a lot of the weight back that he lost because he's very depressed. Not as depressed as his couch cushions, obviously, but the shoulders he's been crying on are like Ronald McDonald, the Burger King, Colonel Sanders. You see where I'm going?
Yep.
It's not funny because he's already got diabetes, and he's gained 50 pounds, so the Kardashians are worried about him.
He's also going to be a father.
Yeah.
He needs to be healthy for his kid.
He's another one. He should join Justin and go on this retreat because he's got to figure some of that out,
Yeah,
right?
but Justin could use a few of his pounds. Maybe they can trade a few pounds.
Maybe there you go. But one thing's for sure. You get in an elevator with Rob Kardashian, you better be going down. Okay? We got that out of the way. And finally, Miley Cyrus was in a new interview. That same interview where she was talking about how she's done with red carpets. They asked her what she thinks of Mariah Carey. And she said she's not a fan. She says she's never been a fan of Mariah Carey because it's all about Mariah and that's part of her shtick, and she doesn't like it because she feels being an artist is more about helping people and telling your truth than what you wear. But it's working out for Mariah.
Yeah, can't argue that.
So I don't know why she's talking about it.
Which is really funny because Miley recently just complained about how she didn't make any money doing Hannah Montana.
Yeah, right? She said, well, $15,000 an episode, no money at all.
But Miley, you were helping all the little girls out there. They loved you.
Yeah. And anyway, don't expect Mariah to respond to this, darling, because I'm sure Miley is just another her she doesn't know. All right, there's your Sleaze. See you tomorrow. All right, now, Jenna, we're not parents, but if we were, I could see us maybe getting banned from parent-teacher interviews.
Or even not showing up, maybe?
Yeah. Well, Gordon Ramsay, he didn't show up to his daughter's parent-teacher interview one time. He totally forgot about it. I mean, he's a busy guy. But he felt bad, so he made sure to get to the next one. But when he got to the next one, he wasn't alone. He was followed by paparazzi. Fans were asking for autographs. He even talked to the principal and asked for a selfie, which he got. But the principal wasn't happy about it because a couple days later, his manager got an email from the principal asking Ramsay not to come to the next parent-teacher interviews because the commotion that he brought with him wasn't fair to the rest of the parents. And so there you go. He's banned from his daughter's school.
Oh, that's kind of sad, though, because he has the right to speak with his teacher of his child, know how they're doing in school, if there's any behavioral issues.
Yeah.
So I hope they kind of make it up on their own time.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. But, you know, this principal, I'm glad I didn't have her. She sounds like no fun. Okay, it's official. Lady Gaga is going to be your headliner at the 2017 Super Bowl. You know, this is really not a shock to anyone. We've been talking about this for 3 weeks. But the NFL put out a nice little tweet with a picture of her and confirmed that it's official. She's going to be on some NFL show this Sunday. Gord, do you know what I'm talking about? Pre-show, NFL, Fox, something this Sunday?
I totally wasn't listening to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, no, it's the pre-game show. Probably.
There you go. Gaga's going to be on that, talking about her plans, and she probably won't be alone because the last time a solo act was the halftime show was in 2010, and I don't remember who it was. But
is that Madonna?
No, it was a group. I'm unprepared, sorry. But anyway, she probably will have someone with her. I don't know. Gord, you thought maybe Beyonce.
I thought Beyonce would be cool, but she's been there quite a bit in the last few years.
I think she'll go more for the rock genre.
Yeah, now she's trying to go into that a bit more. Just please not Tony Bennett. Okay, and finally, Rob said he used to have a crush on his sister, Kim Kardashian. Is that gross enough for you?
Yeah.
They were talking about it on their new show, and China guessed that he had a crush on her, and he said, that's accurate, actually, and that's gross.
Is that normal? I'm an only child. Is it normal?
No, it's not normal. That is not normal. Now, my sister is beautiful, but that's where it ends. And anyway, hopefully that's changed because that was his childhood crush. And as we know, Kim looks nothing like she did when she was a child because she shapeshifted into different plastic creatures over the years. So I'm sure he's over it. I'm sure he's over it. Hey, have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Good morning. It's the first day of October.
No, it's not. It's like the third day.
Oh, well, it's the first weekday. You know what I mean? Look, I'm just excited. It's Halloween. Look, I got my friend up here. We'll call her Hilda. All right, let's get to this, please. This is scary stuff. Kim Kardashian was in Paris for Fashion Week. She's still there. She was held at gunpoint in her hotel room, they're saying, but it's more like an Airbnb. It was a residence.
Yeah.
5 guys broke in. They were dressed like cops, but wearing masks, so you can imagine how terrifying that was. They tied her up and stole over $6 million of jewelry.
Yeah, some people are even estimating it's 10 million.
Oh my God.
One ring alone was 4.5 mil.
Jesus, what I would do for a $4 million ring.
Yeah, the good thing is like you said, she's not hurt.
She's not hurt.
And you know what? That jewelry's insured.
But this is just really scary that this was planned out and they got away with this. Now, Kanye was on stage when it happened. He stopped in the middle of his show, told the crowd he had a family emergency and had to leave. So good on him for sticking by his family, but that's terrifying.
Oh, absolutely terrifying. And I'm glad those kids weren't there.
Yeah, they weren't there. We don't know where they were at the time, but Jesus, thank God they weren't there. All right, Lindsay Lohan had a scary weekend, too. She cut off part of her ring finger in a boating accident. Yeah, she was helping them get the anchor out of the boat, and somehow it, tied onto her finger and ripped it off. Oh! She said people that were there, this was in Turkey, some of the boating people at the place, I guess, found the tip of her finger in the water, and they were able to reattach it at the hospital. And you know what? The best part about this is it was her ring finger, not her middle finger, so she can still communicate with her dad. No problem. You know what I'm saying? Gross. Just gross. Do not Google a picture of that. I made the mistake of looking at it.
Ugh.
And finally, kind of a sad story, real quick. Robin Williams' wife wrote this giant essay online. You can Google it. It was for the Journal of Neurology, talking about his final days and what really led up to his suicide. And she said it wasn't just being sad and depressed. She said so often when people take their own lives, there's other reasons as well. We know he was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, which affected his sleep. He was having all kinds of terrible symptoms. So she put all this information out to say, look, if somebody commits suicide, don't automatically write them off as sad and depressed. There's sometimes a lot of other contributing factors too. So it sounds like he was really suffering at the end.
Aww.
So sad. I just watched Mrs. Doubtfire. It was just on TV over the weekend.
Oh, actually, that house is for sale too.
Oh, right.
You can check it out at jumpradio.ca. It is beautiful.
How much will that run you?
4.5 mil. The same amount as Kim Kardashian's ring.
Yeah. Hey, there's your Sleaze. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, what do you think of Bethany Frankel? Well, she just lost her Sirius satellite radio show. They canceled it because she had a bit of a diva freakout in the Hamptons. Okay, so she was invited to this party. It was only 150 guests, including Jay-Z and Beyonce in the Hamptons. It was some special concert. I forget who was playing, but anyway, she was in the audience. And there was these two drunk women in front of her who were standing and partying and dancing, and that's what you do at concerts. But Bethany couldn't see. So she poked them and asked them to move or sit down, but they just ignored her. So what did Bethany do? She went to the bar, got a pop, came back, and splashed it on the women. Yeah, so one of them was wearing a white dress. She left all disgusted, freaking out, and she reported the incident to the Sirius bosses, who, by the way, were also sponsoring this festival. And
big no-no.
So they canceled her show. So 3 days after this happened, it was back in the end of the spring, she said, oh, I'm going on break. I'll be back in September. Well, September has come and gone, and there's no sign of her radio show, so...
It's a sticky situation.
All right, Kim Kardashian. We all know what happened to her in Paris over the weekend. Really scary stuff. She was held at gunpoint. Was confirmed it was 5 guys disguised as police officers wearing masks. They tied her and the concierge up, put her in the bathtub. She says she was wearing nothing but a robe, so she thought she was going to be sexually assaulted. Thank God they did not do that. But it turns out she wasn't alone in the house. She actually had a friend staying with her named Simone. And Simone, instead of trying to help Kim, ran downstairs, locked herself in the powder room, and hid. Ooh. I probably would have done the same thing. She texted the bodyguard and Courtney, who quickly rushed back. By the time the bodyguard got back, because he was out at the club with Courtney, the guys had already left. Now, the sketchy thing is, people are actually accusing the Kardashians of doing all this for publicity because they're saying the timing is so strange that it happened in this short window where Kim was alone.
I don't think they were in on it, but I think maybe some people that worked at this hotel.
That's what I think. Yeah.
You know, and if they are in it, then karma will get them. But I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Me too. I'm blaming the people at the hotel because they said the guys had very thick French accents where they were demanding the ring and stuff. The other thing is, Kim, stop posting everything on Snapchat so people know where you are, what jewelry you're bringing. It's a mess.
Yeah, I agree. It's scary. It's scary.
Okay, do I have time for one more? We'll do one more.
Quick.
Posh Spice is still upset about the reunion tour. You know, 3 of them are going on tour calling themselves Jem, Jerry, Emma, and Melanie. Posh didn't want to go, but she's saying now she hopes because they're technically a new band that they don't do any of their old hits because that would make her sad.
Yeah, she wants them to stop right now.
Thank you very much.
Top of the world.
Spice up your life. We'll see you tomorrow. Kardashian, here we go again. So she has still been off social media. This is really shaking her up, and her rep put out a statement saying she's going to have much heavier security going forward.
Duh.
So I wonder if this means Rob Kardashian will be joining her security team.
Oh, Jesse.
I had to. Okay, more importantly, we know 2 cell phones were also stolen, 2 iPhones, and so, just as suspected, we might be getting another Kim Kardashian sex tape.
Ooh, a little dirty footage.
So they're saying there was some nudes of Kim and Kanye on these phones, and the hackers are trying to extort the family for money to not put them out. Allegedly. But the family's saying if that happens, they're just going to say go ahead and put out the pictures because they don't want to be extorted and they're not going to go through that. And anyway, we saw how well it worked for Kim last time.
Exactly. Maybe it'll be titled How the North Was Discovered.
Or Taking Over Hollywood.
Ah!
Keeping up with the Kardashians? All right, let's talk about Drake. He hurt his ankle.
Poor baby. I'll kiss it better.
I bet you would. He had to cancel 3 shows. They were in Philadelphia, Newark, and Toronto. So if you had tickets to see him in Toronto, that's postponed.
Aww.
He was really cute about it, though. He sounded really, really bummed in the message he posted.
Yeah, and he said he's going to make them all up. So you'll eventually get to see Drizzy.
And Tori Spelling and Dean, they're having another baby. This is baby number 5. Think they can afford that?
Well, not only that, but her last pregnancy, she almost died because she hemorrhaged from her C-sections. Right. Yeah.
And they said they couldn't afford a vasectomy after that one, so she's saying this is a blessing, but clearly she didn't really want another one because a year ago she was saying they were trying to get him a vasectomy.
I guess we just need to hope that she's healthy.
I guess so. So anyway, People Magazine had the exclusive, and I hope People was smart enough to make that check out right to American Express, because that's where it needs to go. And, okay, last story. Chrissy Teigen moved into Rihanna's house, and she says she's still getting her mail, and she's opening it. It's a big no-no. The last thing she got was a bill from Bugatti for $18.
What on earth are you going to get from Bugatti for $18? Like, I don't even think a keychain goes for $18.
Yeah, maybe an air freshener.
There we go.
Probably do that. All right, see you tomorrow. Happy Halloween!
Jesse, it's 19 days away.
I know, but Thanksgiving's over now, so we can officially start haunting. Is that the rule? I think so, yeah. All right, let's talk about Drake. You're okay with that, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because he might be single again.
Woo!
Supposedly, him and Rihanna have called it quits, even though we never got a confirmation that they were officially together. But, I mean, at the VMAs, he basically proclaimed his undying love for her.
Yeah.
And they got matching shark tattoos.
Yeah, but maybe they're just besties.
Real good.
A few benefits here and there, probably.
Yeah, sounds like it. Because if they are together, sources saying they now have turned it into sort of an open relationship, and which I think is a great idea if you can do it as a celebrity, because you're never together. They just, their schedules have gotten in the way, so they had to cut back on seeing each other. And Drake is allegedly dating this model named India Love, who's like...
kind of looks like Rihanna in a weird way.
She has a Rihanna-ish vibe. She's half black, half Asian, it looks like.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
she's beautiful.
Yeah,
very definitely beautiful. Has a type.
Yeah. And so if she is half Asian, you're halfway there, too.
Yeah.
Right? Huh? All right. Kim Kardashian, there's an update in the Kim K case. Turns out when the robberies were running away from the hotel, one of them dropped a cross pendant that's worth 33 grand. It's all diamond encrusted. So whoever found it turned it into police who are now dusting it for fingerprints, trying to find DNA and see if that helps them find who did it. So imagine finding that. The most I've ever found on the ground is a $10 bill.
Oh, once I found a gold necklace, actually.
Oh, did you keep it?
Yeah, in the shopping mall.
Oh.
I don't know if I kept it.
Okay. Another Kim K news, she's beefing up her security to like presidential levels. Supposedly she's been talking to former CIA agents, and she's going to have 2 armored guards with her at all times now because she's shaken up, understandably. So it got me thinking, what would Kim K's CIA code name be if she had one?
Oh, I have no clue.
Something with butts, right? Like Jigglypuff?
Jigglypuff
could work.
There we go.
And finally, Perez Hilton. He is getting in big trouble from Angelina Jolie. Her lawyers have sent him a letter telling him to stop reporting on their divorce, which is crazy, right? Because for such a big star, so much is written about them, so much is made up. You wonder what Perez said that really pissed her off.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, all those tabloids are just rumors anyways, right?
It's true, but that's why, anyway, this is his quote real quick. He said, Angelina's lawyers have threatened to sue me for my coverage. I've always been one of her biggest supporters, and unless she wants to turn me into an enemy, I want an apology right now.
Okay, Perez, get over yourself.
He goes on to say he did nothing illegal and noted we stand 100% behind our reporting. He ended his reply writing, F you, and I can't say the rest.
Yeah, he just loves drama. Perez, that's how he makes his money, right?
He does. All right, start haunting ghouls and gals and ghouls. See you tomorrow. All right, so Roseanne Barr, I feel so bad for her. She just broke her knee in 3 places.
Ooh.
I didn't even know you could break your knee in 3 places, but she was visiting her son in San Francisco, and she was walking through the park, slipped on some mud, she said in a tweet, broke it in 3 places. She's got to be on bed rest for maybe 6 months because she's 63 years old, so it's no joke when you break something that bad. She can't catch a break. She's already announced last year she's got glaucoma. She's going blind. Now she can't walk.
Oh, I love Roseanne.
I do too, but I just feel bad for her family because she seems like a yeller to me. Remember Roseanne, she was yelling all the time, so now she's going to be...
Dan, get me some water!
Becky! Poor Roseanne. We're thinking about you. All right, Kim Kardashian, another update. Turns out this video came out, and we can't show it to you because it's illegal. So somebody was taking a video while the cops were searching for evidence in the room right after the robbery happened. Kim's in the video. She's FaceTiming Kanye on the couch. She's wrapped in a blanket. There's cops everywhere. It's very clear in the video that nobody knew it was being recorded. And in France, that's a huge no-no. You can't record people in private settings without their permission. Pretty sure that goes anywhere.
Well, and it's called manners.
Yeah. So they don't know who was shooting this cell phone video, but they're looking for them, and they could face up to 3 years in jail if they're caught. And Bryan Cranston, you know him from Breaking Bad, Emmy award-winning actor. He lost his virginity to a lady of the night, a call girl. Yeah, he said when he was a teenager, he was only 18, 19, he was in Amsterdam with 20 of his buddies in the red light district, so I'm sure he's not the first one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he said he didn't actually like it because the woman told him to take off his clothes, and this was his first time, remember? And so he said there was no friendliness or tenderness, so he didn't actually have a good time.
Aww.
Yeah. All right, and finally, really quickly, NBC is coming out with a new singing show. It's called The Stream, and it's going to be online. So people are going to submit singing tapes online, and then you have to vote. So they're saying the internet's the way of the future, so they're trying this out. Competition show on the internet.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Have a great weekend. Happy hunting. We'll see you Monday. Amy Schumer, what are we going to do with you? So she was at a show over the weekend, and over 200 people walked out because she started talking about the political race. Now, she's Team Hillary, as most of us are, and she started, you know, she didn't make it funny, and she was just ranting about who to vote for and that you should vote, and so she said, if you don't like it, you can get up and leave, and 200 people did.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean...
But it was at a stadium, so, I mean, 200 wasn't that big, because it was like, you know, 4,000.
Yeah, she sent out a tweet that said, thanks to the 8,500 people that stayed.
But, you know, I'd be pissed too. If you go to a comedy show, you're there to laugh. Like, you're going there for a break from this madness, you'd think.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, it is really important to encourage people to vote. So maybe she should have just said, get out and vote.
Yeah, or wore a t-shirt.
Yeah.
A t-shirt. All right. Lindsay Lohan. So remember yesterday we were talking about how she opened a nightclub in Greece. Well, that wasn't enough for her. She's taking it a step further, and she's going to put out a line of health drinks. Organic health drinks. And that's not all. They're going to go to refugees in Syria.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, but Lindsay Lohan, I don't know. Now, it's not clear if the actual drinks are going to be sent to Syria for the refugees or the money from the sale of the drinks is going to go to help them. But I don't know. I just don't think organic health drinks and Lindsay Lohan go together. When I think of organic health drinks and Lindsay Lohan, I think of something she'd mix with her vodka.
Yeah.
Putting vodka and water together, that's her organic drink.
Yeah, let's give her props, though, for doing something good.
Fine. Way to go, Lindsay. All right, and finally, Jennifer Lopez, we're hearing more about why she actually dumped Casper, and it's supposedly because he cheated. Yeah.
No.
They're saying that he cheated on her 2 years ago. She caught him. He promised he was never going to do it again. He's been like a little puppy dog ever since, but then he did it again, and she's had enough. And so she kicked him to the curb, and that's that.
I wouldn't mess with J-Lo.
I wouldn't either.
Sure.
They're saying he's trying to get her back. He's sending her all these sweet messages and stuff, but if you check his Instagram, he's in some tropical paradise with bikini models laying all over him, so I don't think he's trying that hard.
Yeah, he's a young man, too, so maybe he decided he doesn't want to be tied down either.
Could be. Hey, have a great day. Enjoy that weather. Look at me. I'm dressed in my summer t-shirt. It's going to be a great day.
Jesse, you're not saying anything. What's going on?
Oh, I'm not that skinny. Don't mind him. That's just the last sleaze guy. It's a cutthroat business. All right, Joe Jonas, he is talking about how he lost his V card last week. This week, he's talking about how his dad used to catch him visiting adult websites on his computer.
Like any teenage boy, I'm sure.
I'm sure. So he said he used to have to use his home address to actually log into these websites. So then for 2 weeks after, they would send him postcards with like naked women being like, come visit us again, Joe. We miss you. And his dad got these postcards, and since they said his name, Joe, he knew who it was. But I don't think he should worry. His dad was probably logging into the computer for the same reason.
Exactly.
They should all just get their own laptops. They can afford it.
I'm pretty sure they have them now.
Yes, probably. No more bopping your baloney on your dad's computer,
exactly.
Joe. Okay, fine. Okay, Salma Hayek. Now, she wasn't exactly a Trump victim, but she does kind of have a problem with him. So she says back in the day when her career was just getting going, she had a boyfriend, but that didn't stop Donald from asking her on a date. So he got her number somehow, asked her out. She wasn't really feeling it, obviously. But that made him mad. So the next day, after she turned him down, she says a story popped up in the National Enquirer saying that Donald turned Selma down because she was too short. And she's like, where would they have get this from? Excuse me. So she thinks Donald is the one that planted this story to the Inquirer because his feelings were hurt that she shot him down.
It's obvious that he doesn't take rejection very well.
Right, but it goes further because she's saying it wasn't just about revenge. She gets another phone call from Donald saying, "Can you believe this story that they wrote? This is a huge lie." I'm not as good at Gord. But yeah, anyway, so he was trying to use that as a tactic to be like, I think we should go out to make people realize that you're not actually in a beef with me. Yeah? No.
It's like high school gossip, but he has the power to use the media instead.
Yeah, you're just tired of talking about him, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, for any undecided voters out there in the States, Madonna's got an offer for you. So Tuesday night, she was opening up for Amy Schumer at Madison Square Garden, which is kind of random to have Madonna as an opening act, but good for Amy. Anyway, she offered that if anybody votes for Hillary Clinton, she'll give you a good old-fashioned blowy.
So gross.
Like,
I'm sorry, as a woman, I'm like extremely offended by this. Promising sexual acts for
Oh, yeah.
votes. Like, as a celebrity with a big voice, how about you really encourage them to go vote
Oh, my
instead of
God.
saying something? It's so gross.
well, I mean, I'm sure it would encourage some people to vote, but she seemed serious, too. She said she does it really well. She takes her time. She maintains eye contact.
Ew, just stop. Just
Okay.
stop. She's
All
so
right.
gross.
You can check out the blog at jumpradio.ca. Okay, Kim Kardashian. I'm really starting to feel bad for her because it sounds like she really is messed up about this whole robbery thing.
Wouldn't you be, though?
Yes, I would be. And she has a plan to make herself feel a little bit safer. Rumor has it she's building a panic room in her mansion in Beverly Hills, and it's going to cost $100,000. Going to have a ton of cameras, going to have a one main room, a bathroom in it. It's going to be able to withstand a fire up to 1,000 degrees and an 7-point-something earthquake. But I guess if it helps her feel better.
And she's going to need like 5 of them because their house is huge.
Yeah, how would you run to it? If you have a murderer come in, you're going to be
Yeah.
like running 5 minutes across your house. But I guess she has to do something. She's really in a bad way after this. So.
And finally, you see a celebrity stepping up their security, which is a good thing.
Yeah, they got to do something. Okay, finally, NBC says they're a little bit worried about Arnold's upcoming season of The Apprentice because of everything that's happened with Donald Trump and Billy Bush, who was an NBC employee. Because of Arnold's sketchy past, they're a little worried. Remember, he knocked up the nanny while he was still married. And in 2003, there was a whole bunch of sexual assault allegations against him, too. So NBC's just a little worried that once the show airs, some more dirt's going to come up from him and start making them look really bad.
Here's a concept. Why don't we put a woman as the head of The Apprentice?
Oh, who would you pick?
Oprah?
Oprah!
Ellen? One of those very successful, women that have
Yeah.
created these empires. Even Kris Jenner would be good.
Oh, yes! Kris Jenner! Girl power, I like that idea. Let's tweet them.
I should be the head of NBC.
Oh, let's not go crazy. See you tomorrow. Well, Pamela Anderson, she's just sucking the fun out of everything these days. And so...
You're waiting for me to say something, weren't you?
Yeah, I just realized what I said. Anyway, keep it moving. She doesn't want us to eat meat. She doesn't want us to wear leather. She doesn't want us watching porn. And some of us like to do all 3 of those things at the same time. The latest is she doesn't want anyone taking a ride-sharing program like Uber or Lyft because she says they're dangerous. She says the incident of sexual assault on these things is higher than with regular cabs. And so she's doing all these PSA videos saying, don't take Uber.
That's interesting. I didn't know that was an issue. I've had nothing but great experiences with both taxis and Lyft riding.
Same here. And you have to be vetted to be an Uber, too. You have to go through a background check, everything. So maybe it's different in the States, but there's a reason for this. It's because she's working for some limo company. These are actually ads. So she's promoting this limousine service by trying to shoot down.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah. Well, The Weeknd, he's talking about why he cut that hair. Best thing he ever did, if you ask me. He says it's because it was starting to become his trademark. And so people started saying, like, oh, The Weeknd, the guy with the hair, and he actually didn't like that. Now, most up-and-coming celebrities try and find a trademark to, have them recognized, but he said as soon as people started knowing him for his hair is when he decided he was going to cut it off.
And for him, it's a cultural thing, too, right?
Is it?
He's Ethiopian,
Yeah.
So I'm sure that it was a cultural thing, and he just didn't think that it was probably the best thing to be recognized for, I guess.
Maybe, but he's much happier, so am I.
I loved his hair.
Oh, did you?
It made him unique. I like it.
Okay. Well, he's going to be here, right, May 28th, and his new album is November 25th. Finally, Janet Jackson. She's trying to decide what name to name her baby. We don't know if she's having a boy or girl, twins. But if it's a boy, or boy twin. She wants to name them Michael Brandon. So Brandon is actually a twin that died at birth. I guess their other brother Marlon had a twin at birth. Brandon died, and then the other name is Michael Jackson, obviously. So if it's a twin, it's going to be Michael and Brandon. If it's one boy, Michael Brandon.
Aww.
Yeah, so she's doing well. See you tomorrow. But remember back when Madonna tried out that British accent a long time ago?
Yeah.
Britney did it too for a while. Well, Lindsay Lohan's trying it now, or some version of it anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure what accent it is. Sounds a little French.
Little French, little Australian, little Klingon. I don't know. Listen to this. Hopefully you can hear it.
Dennis is my friend, and that's all he is my friend and business partner. But his mother became a very close person, and his sister as well, and his father.
And his father. It's got to be French.
Yeah, you can check it out at jumpradio.ca. It's definitely a little different.
Yeah. Does she think it's hot? Like, it makes her regular voice sound good.
Yeah, maybe she's going for European now.
No, that's not saying much. European? I don't know. Anyway. All right, remember last week we were talking about Drake and Taylor Swift? She went to his birthday party. They were singing Getting Cozy in a booth. You called it from the beginning, Jenna, saying there's nothing romantic happening.
Nope.
Well, you're right. Supposedly, they were talking about their new collaboration. Source says they've been in the studio a few times now recording something. So there's no doubt if they came out with a duet or something, it would be a smash hit. But what would that sound like?
I don't know. I think it's all about Drake and whether he decides to sing or rap.
Yeah, because he does both very well.
Yeah.
Ooh, it'll be interesting. I hope it happens.
Yeah.
I can't picture them as a romantic couple. That would just be too weird.
No.
Yeah. You don't want to have to kill Taylor, right? Finally, Adele says she wrote most of the 21 album while she was smashed drunk. She said don't expect songs that good from her anymore because she did her best work when she was drunk. She'd write the lyrics out, wake up the next day, be like, what's this? Then come up with the melody. So now we know why it was so depressing.
Yeah, I was like, it did sort of sound like a woman sitting with a bottle of wine crying about her ex, so.
With a few cats around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's your Sleaze. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, Alicia Keys. So remember a long time ago there was rumors that maybe she was a lesbian or bisexual. Do you remember hearing about those?
No,
Well,
but it doesn't surprise me.
She's married now to a man and she's very happy, but she has a new song coming out where she drops some hints that she might be bisexual with lyrics like this. What are they gonna do cause we the same sex? I had a dream about you last night. All I really know is that it feels right and I gotta live my life.
It's a great album, by the way.
Oh yeah? You listen to
Oh,
it?
amazing. It's got a very Miseducation of Lauryn Hill vibe to it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Remember Lauryn Hill?
I loved Lauryn
Me too.
Hill.
Anyway, so maybe she's bisexual, maybe not. This wouldn't be the first time that a singer sang a song that had nothing to do with their real life, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think Melissa Etheridge is actually sneaking up to anyone's window. The other thing Alicia said is that she doesn't let her kids watch Snow White. This is her quote. She said, have you watched Snow White lately? I get funky about the classics. I don't like my sons watching them. It's totally sexist, misogynistic. This woman is cleaning for 7 dwarfs.
See, the thing is adults' interpretation of things are a lot different than children's.
Yeah.
And it's a great opportunity to maybe explain, like, this fairy tale was written a long time ago when women didn't have rights, but now things have changed.
It's true. It sounds like she's raising a bunch of overly sensitive millennials, to be honest. And Gord, what is you said Snow White's...
She has to earn rent.
She's earning rent.
She's living rent-free with these 7 guys. She's got to do something.
Yeah. Lindsay Lohan's publicist quit.
Big shocker there.
Yes, he's sick
She
of her.
had a publicist?
I know. I have a quote from him, too. He says, oh, with Lindsay, you never know what you're going to get. One second, she's in a great mood, wanting to get her career back together, and the next, he can't say anything to make her happy.
Yeah, well, I think that we've seen that her ups and downs in the past, so.
Yeah, he also says she turned down over $1 million of endorsements over the past year, so he's done with it. He's like, I'm here to make money, too, and if she doesn't want to, then I'm out.
Business is business.
So there you go, Diva. And finally, Hillary Clinton, big night for her, hopefully. But she had this big fireworks show planned, and she got approval with the Coast Guard. If she won, she's going to put on 3 minutes of fireworks. Well, yesterday we found out she canceled the show. We don't know why. Coast Guard got word from Team Hillary that she's not doing the fireworks anymore. What do you think?
I think that
Too
there should be
expensive?
fireworks at the end of any U.S. presidential election, regardless who wins.
Yeah, just thank God it's over kind of thing,
Exactly.
right?
So
So
it's
we'll-
like the beginning of a new, a new
Something.
4 years.
I hope it's a beginning. And if this is our last Sleaze, it was nice. Well, what a week. First President Trump, and now there's a new Kardashian in the world. Yes, Rob and China had their baby girl, Dream Kardashian. That's the name. Born yesterday, 9:18 a.m., 7.5 pounds. And right after she was born, they stopped everything to do the mannequin challenge in the delivery room. So Kris Jenner-ish.
Right?
Where was the baby? Anyway, you can watch that at jumpradio.ca. But that name, Dream.
I don't know what's worse, growing up with the name Dream or the name Kardashian.
Yeah, or will she get old enough, realize she's a Kardashian, and change her name to Nightmare? It honestly sounds like something that would be like a My Little Pony name.
Yeah,
or a
it does.
stripper.
Yeah, one of the two.
Like, you might as well just go all the way to Rainbow Bright at that point,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Jeez. Anyway, good news for China, though, is her nipples aren't going to turn into pizza pepperonis because Rob Kardashian can do all the breastfeeding.
Oh.
Come on, Gord. Give me a laugh. No, he doesn't get in trouble. Okay, so The Weeknd, he's single.
What?
Would you hit that, Dana?
Yes. Especially with this cute haircut now.
Thank you. Okay. Jana likes the old hair.
No.
I can't. So anyway, him and Bella broke up. It's kind of sad because they seem like a legit couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Year and a half they were dating. It's the usual excuse that they burped up their schedules. They're too busy.
Of course. Same old, same old.
Yeah, they say they're going to stay friends, which I maybe kind of believe because they seem like they're both mature, and it's easy to stay friends with your ex when you never see them.
Right.
And finally, Kelly Ripa was should we just end this now?
No,
Okay.
come on.
Kelly Ripa
Friday.
got a bad batch of Botox, my worst nightmare. So Wednesday on her show, she was co-hosting with Megyn Kelly, and she talked about a time that she got bad Botox. I think she means she got too much Botox. So she couldn't smile well for 6 months. She's like, when you smile, your cheeks are not supposed to eclipse your eyes. So I guess she had too much right here. And people kept being like, why aren't you smiling, Kelly? And she's like, I am smiling.
So there's a difference between bad Botox and too much Botox?
Yeah, I guess. I don't think you want bad Botox. Then you wouldn't live to tell about it probably if you got bad Botox. But it's very important to be subtle with Botox.
And you would know?
No, I wouldn't.
No? Can you smile for me?
I am.
Oh.
I am. Have a great weekend. Well, what a week. First President Trump, and now there's a new Kardashian in the world. Yes, Rob and China had their baby girl, Dream Kardashian. That's the name. Born yesterday, 9:18 a.m., 7.5 pounds. And right after she was born, they stopped everything to do the mannequin challenge in the delivery room. So Kris Jenner-ish.
Right?
Where was the baby? Anyway, you can watch that at jumpradio.ca. But that name, Dream.
I don't know what's worse, growing up with the name Dream or the name Kardashian.
Yeah, or will she get old enough, realize she's a Kardashian, and change her name to Nightmare? It honestly sounds like something that would be like a My Little Pony name.
Yeah,
or a
it does.
stripper.
Yeah, one of the two.
Like, you might as well just go all the way to Rainbow Bright at that point,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Jeez. Anyway, good news for China, though, is her nipples aren't going to turn into pizza pepperonis because Rob Kardashian can do all the breastfeeding.
Oh.
Come on, Gord. Give me a laugh. No, he doesn't get in trouble. Okay, so The Weeknd, he's single.
What?
Would you hit that, Dana?
Yes. Especially with this cute haircut now.
Thank you. Okay. Jana likes the old hair.
No.
I can't. So anyway, him and Bella broke up. It's kind of sad because they seem like a legit couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Year and a half they were dating. It's the usual excuse that they burped up their schedules. They're too busy.
Of course. Same old, same old.
Yeah, they say they're going to stay friends, which I maybe kind of believe because they seem like they're both mature, and it's easy to stay friends with your ex when you never see them.
Right.
And finally, Kelly Ripa was should we just end this now?
No,
Okay.
come on.
Kelly Ripa
Friday.
got a bad batch of Botox, my worst nightmare. So Wednesday on her show, she was co-hosting with Megyn Kelly, and she talked about a time that she got bad Botox. I think she means she got too much Botox. So she couldn't smile well for 6 months. She's like, when you smile, your cheeks are not supposed to eclipse your eyes. So I guess she had too much right here. And people kept being like, why aren't you smiling, Kelly? And she's like, I am smiling.
So there's a difference between bad Botox and too much Botox?
Yeah, I guess. I don't think you want bad Botox. Then you wouldn't live to tell about it probably if you got bad Botox. But it's very important to be subtle with Botox.
And you would know?
No, I wouldn't.
No? Can you smile for me?
I am.
Oh.
I am. Have a great weekend. All right. Jenna's off today and tomorrow, so we got Dana behind the camera. How's it going, Dana?
Hey, good. How are you?
Well, what do you think about these Taylor Swift and Drake dating rumors? Do you think there's anything to it?
I hope not. I really hate it. I hate the
You
idea.
hate it?
No, I hate it.
They'd be an odd couple, but the rumors are heating up again. So last week we said they're just working on new music. That's what they said. But new pictures have emerged of them shopping. Supposedly, Drake's been buying her cat accessories.
Oh my god. You know it's serious because Taylor loves her cat.
Oh, yes. And so some source that was watching them said that he knows how much she loves her cats, and he loves her as much as she loves her cats, and he wants to express that by buying cat toys.
Okay, talk about a rebound.
Yeah, really. Anyway. So some celebrities are not happy with President Trump, including Lady Gaga. So after he won yesterday early morning, she went outside, jumped on some dump truck, gross, and started holding up a sign saying, love Trump's hate, and all this stuff. And you know she was emotional because she didn't even grab that stupid Joanne hat. She was just in a ponytail. And you know she's not seen without that hat these days. Right?
Right.
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 Who else? Oh, Miley Cyrus is really upset. Check out jumpradio.ca.
Yeah.
She's just so sad. But she says she's going to accept Trump. And really, that's what everybody has to do because he won. So,
Yeah,
hope
I
for
think
that.
after the dust settles, I think people
Yeah.
are going to have to start accepting it.
Exactly. Speaking of broken campaign promises, Madonna is not living up to what she promised people last month. So remember, she said if you would vote for Hillary at one of her concerts, she would give you, well, a blowy.
No.
So some journalist went to her apartment, but rang her buzzer. The doorman answered and he said, here, I'm here to collect my Lewinsky from Madonna. And the doorman laughed and said, I hadn't heard anything about that. So I guess she's reneging.
I wonder if she was expecting more people to show up to her house.
Poor one guy. Gord, would you go?
No.
Okay, there's your Sleaze. See you tomorrow. The other day, Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block announced he was engaged to his boyfriend.
Yay!
I didn't even know he was gay.
Either did I, but apparently he came out a couple years ago.
Yeah. Well, in other gay marriages, Ricky Martin's getting hitched.
Woo! Shake your bum bum.
Yeah, he proposed to his boyfriend of 1 year. He's an artist, a visual artist. He met at some art show. Such rich people thing, eh? Going to an art show. He was buying art, really liked it. Didn't know what he looked like. Didn't even know the artist was gay, but wanted to meet him to say how much he loved his work. Love at first sight. The rest is history. And they're getting married.
That's such a cute story.
I'd love to go to that wedding.
Oh, yeah. There'd
Yeah.
be the best dancing and music.
Oh, I bet. Well, Jay-Z is in big trouble. Prince's estate is suing him and Tidal because what happened is, okay, so after Prince died, Tidal reached out, they wanted to stream some of his music. They agreed, Prince's estate, to let them stream one album, and for a little while they did. All of a sudden, people started hearing more Prince songs that were on this one agreed album. Turns out, Tidal was streaming his entire music catalog without permission. So now they're getting sued hard by Prince's estate. So you can't do that, Jay-Z. Trying to screw a dead guy over. Bad stuff. Ed Sheeran, he is such a nice guy. Justin Bieber, take note. He went to the hospital to visit a terminally ill fan. The 7-year-old girl has, I can't remember what she has, but some terrible disease. She's paralyzed. She can't move, but she can understand things and see everything. She's obsessed with Ed Sheeran, so he went and performed for her over an hour. Full songs, private concert. She was crying, and her parents are saying, he's a guardian angel. She's been getting through all of her surgeries and stuff because of Ed. So what a good guy.
I've got goosebumps all
So
over
cute.
right now.
Okay, and finally, Donald Trump says he might be changing his hair. At least that's what he said a year ago. Days after he announced he was running in June 2015, he said, if I win, I'm going to have to change my hair because this style is just too hard to comb.
I didn't know putting a wig was so much work.
Yeah, well, if he is serious about this, he's going to have to do something because we know his stance on immigrants, and I think we can all agree that hair was not born in this country. It wasn't. So we'll keep an eye on that. And there's your Sleaze. Have a great day. Well, it's the end of an era. After 11 seasons and 5 years, Duck Dynasty is coming to an end.
Oh. I like the show.
Yeah, except for that homophobic leader, Phil. But the young ones are okay. They're not homophobic or racist.
And they do adopt children from
Yeah.
all different countries and all different
And
races.
they're just so funny.
Yeah, they really are. Uncle Si's the best.
So the interesting thing about this is that it wasn't canceled. The family's the ones deciding that this is going to be the last season. So the last season premiered on Wednesday night, and they had a video at the beginning that announced this was going to be the last one, and it was their call. So I wonder why, because the ratings are still good. A&E says they're getting paid well, so I guess they're just sick of it.
Yeah, maybe they just want to live their lives and focus on their business, their family business.
Yeah. Well, Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon are officially divorced. It's done. It's over. We're not going to hear about it anymore.
So Nick's 10 times more wealthy now.
Sort of. So,
Oh.
It turns out this was all based on their income from 2014. Mariah made $6.5 million, which is a lot to us peasants, but I kind of thought that sounded low for Mariah.
She didn't do much in 2014,
I
though.
guess not. So $6.5 million. She has to give Nick $2.5 million in their settlement, but he has to put $5,000 a month away for their kids' college education.
Awesome.
But then I thought, then why didn't they just make her put that $2.5 million in a fund for the kids instead of to Nick, and then Nick has to sort of pay it to the fund?
Well, because it's not that much money going into the fund.
And I don't know how long he has to pay it up
And
for.
now we know why she's asking her ex-fiance for $50 million.
Yeah, right. The other weird thing in their settlement is that there's a rule that neither of them, or the kids can't call either of their new partners mom or dad.
That's interesting.
Why would you? You know?
Well, some do.
Yeah, I guess. And finally, Bruno Mars. You'd think that he'd go in the studio wearing track pants, underwear if he wanted, lay down some sick beats, and be done with it. But no. He says he dresses to the nines when he's in the studio, formal clothes, jewelry, everything, because he says otherwise, you'd hear it in his voice. If he wore sweatpants, he says I'd sound lazy and tired on the track, and everyone would hate it.
That is why I don't wear sweatpants to work either.
And you're always in heels.
Yeah, because it helps.
You don't want to feel lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Hi! Can you even hear me up there? Johnny's behind the camera today because he's filling in for Gord.
Hello.
And that explains the 8-foot high angle. So how you doing? Here's your sleaze. Justin Bieber hauled off and punched a fan in the face the other day. He was on his way to a concert. He was in the back of a limo and the window was all the way down. So there's mistake number one, right? Heading through a crowd, you don't like your fans, why is your window down? But it was. Some crazy guy was chasing the car, ran up to the window, and Justin, you can see in the video, watch the jumpradio.ca by the way, Justin goes, "Don't touch me." The guy reaches his entire arm and grabs Justin's boob, or like chest area, kind of looks
His
like...
chesticles?
His chesticles, yes! So Justin, bam, reached out, punched him right in the face. The guy's mouth was bloody. You know, when I first watched him, I'm like, I don't blame Justin. He said don't touch me. The guy touched him.
I don't know. I'm kind of with Justin on this one.
Me
I don't
too.
really support him, but no, he was like reaching for his neck.
Yeah, he was reaching for his neck. But the flip side, people are saying this isn't Justin's first rodeo. If you didn't like it, why is the window open? You could have just scooted over to the other side of the limo. So, you know, there's an onus on him to prevent this sort of thing. Anyway, James Corden's going to host the Grammys.
Yeah, I love James Corden.
Yeah, this is the first time a white guy's doing it since 2002. Jon Stewart was the last one. Then they took a bit of a break, and LL Cool J's been doing it for the past 5 years. But I think he's a great choice. I mean, Carpool Karaoke, he knows all the biggest stars.
Yeah.
So that's great. And finally, Mariah Carey. So she may have gotten rid of her... Johnny just rolled
I
his
can't
eyes.
stand Mariah Carey.
Oh no, I'm outnumbered here as a Mariah fan.
You and me both, man.
Anyway, so she got rid of her human bank machine, James Packer. Rumor has it that one of the reasons they broke up is because she was hooking up with one of her backup dancers named Brian Tanaka. And over the weekend, they were spotted somewhere together holding hands.
Oh no.
But I don't know if that means anything. He could have just been helping her with her balance after one too many splashes, dolly, right? But they were seen again on a pizza date. They ordered pizza. And
Mariah Carey eats pizza?
I know, it's shocking, but I just hope he paid because she may not know Jennifer Lopez, but she could learn a thing or two about boy gold diggers from her.
Well, yeah, I feel bad for this guy. Does he know the trap he's getting himself into?
Dating Mariah Carey. I know, there's a few ticks you gotta get used to, I feel like, if you're gonna date her. Alright, we'll stop now. Thanks, I hope you can hear me! See you tomorrow! Alright, well this just took a dark turn. Kanye West is in the hospital. He's in the UCLA Medical Center after his doctor had to call the police on him. So we heard yesterday that he went on that crazy rant accusing Beyonce of rigging the VMAs, canceled the rest of his St. Pablo tour, which, by the way, is supposedly going to cost him $27 million.
Wow.
No word on rescheduling that. But then, yesterday afternoon, his doctor was checking up on him because he's been exhausted, not sleeping well. Apparently, he was acting really strange. So much so, the doctor had to call the police, who came, and paramedics decided he needed a psych evaluation, but Kanye refused to go. The police basically had to arrest him. They put him in handcuffs, put him in the cop car, took him to the hospital, where he is now, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, his latest rants have been extremely over the top, and like Gord said, even for Kanye West. So we just gotta hope he gets the help he needs because he's got little kids.
Yeah, and you know, you have a blog at jumpradio.ca which about Snoop Dogg reacting to his rants, and if Snoop Dogg doesn't understand what he's saying, there's a problem.
You can also check out other celebrities are showing their support too. It's all there on the blog at jumpradio.ca.
All right, Anna Faris. Now this sounds so out of character. I am just disgusted if this is true. But supposedly she owes an animal shelter $5,000 because she broke an adoption contract. So this shelter has a contract in place when people adopt an animal that says you can't give it away. They want to be able to track where the animals are living. And turns out her Chihuahua was found 4 years later. So this was 4 years ago, sorry. Just this week, her Chihuahua was found wandering the streets in the States somewhere, totally emaciated, sick. He'd been homeless, starving. So they reported it. They scanned the microchip, found out he's registered to Anna Faris. And her or Chris Pratt haven't responded to requests for comment on this. But a friend is speaking out saying they're glad to hear that Pete is the dog's name was found safe because apparently he went missing a while ago. But then there's another story that says they found a good home for him when they decided they couldn't care for him anymore. Either way, it's terrible because you shouldn't get a dog if you're not going to be able to see it through.
And that's a great reminder around Christmas time too. Don't purchase pets for people unless you've had a really serious conversation about how to take care of them properly.
Yeah, and if you're gonna get a pet, it's not just a 1 or 2 year deal. It's like, especially a Chihuahua, it's a 20-year deal.
It's your furry child.
Yeah. And finally, really quick, Dave Chappelle's coming back to Netflix. He's doing 3 specials on Netflix. One of them he's gonna be producing with Netflix. 2 of them are from Dave Chappelle's secret comedy vault. So you know they're gonna be good. He's getting $60 million for this.
Not a shocker. He comes with a big price tag.
Oh my god, that's $20 million per special. Nuts. So when he left the Dave Chappelle show, he walked away from $50 million, so this kind of makes up for that, I'd say, right?
Let's hope he's worth every penny of it, because we love Dave Chappelle.
Sure he will be. There's your Sleaze. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I guess we shouldn't be surprised to hear that Madonna's son has been arrested for possession of the devil's plant. Marijuana. Devil's lettuce. I knew I screwed it up. Yeah, he was caught with weed. Big deal.
Yeah. Didn't he have to go to, like, drug rehab for it and stuff?
What
they were saying.
We don't know what's going to happen to him yet, but he's going to be in trouble, obviously. So this happened in London back in September, so I'm not sure why we're just hearing about it now. But anyway, he was supposedly hanging out on some wall in a park with his friends, and when the cops started to come, he threw his bag of weed over this bridge. And I think he should have just jumped with it because that didn't help throwing it. They found weed in his coat, in his bag, on his body. So throwing it over didn't really help because they saw him and they found what he threw over anyway. Now, this isn't the first time he's done this. The reason the cops were called is because his neighbors are sick of him lurking around. Supposedly he's always in the bushes, smoking with his friends, and they just don't like that around their neighborhood when they're trying to raise kids. So they called.
Oh, Rocco.
Yeah. Why was he carrying his own weed? Surely he can afford to have somebody carry his weed for him, so they would take the fall if he get caught.
Aw, that's dirty.
Anyway, speaking of dirty, get this for taxpayers in the States. Donald Trump's star has been reinstalled. Remember a couple weeks ago it was smashed to hell by that guy? Yeah. Who's now, by the way, facing up to 3 years in jail. They replaced the star, but now they're giving it secret security level security?
Secret Service security level security.
There you go. They're going to have guys guarding it. They've got 2 armed guards guarding his star 24/7. There's a barrier around it, and taxpayers are paying for this.
All right.
Why wouldn't they just wait until this blows over to reinstall it? That's what I would have done.
I guess so. But will it ever really blow over, though?
Yeah, that's the thing. Brad Pitt celebrating today because the FBI is officially done investigating him, and so is the Child Department of whatever. No charges are being laid in either count, so he's free to fight Angelina for the Child Army.
Yeah, and hopefully they can get it all together so that it's less painful for the kids.
Yeah, hopefully. And finally, Alicia Keys is getting in trouble on Twitter. People are calling her a hypocrite because, you know, she's always not wearing makeup anymore. But apparently she has this photo approval policy where you have to approve, she has to approve pictures she's in.
Sounds like so much extra work.
Yeah, so you're promoting all this natural look, but then you won't let anyone take a picture with no makeup?
And we all know you're beautiful, Alicia Keys. If a less than flattering picture surfaces on the internet, I'm sure no one's opinion will change.
No, not totally unreasonable, though. I mean, I would never let anybody take a picture of me with no makeup. Wouldn't do it. There's your Sleaze. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, Jenna had a bathroom emergency, so Gord is behind the camera.
Hey-o.
Alright, so yesterday we were talking about keeping up with the Kardashians and how they were maybe on hold because of everything that happened with Kim's robbery, then Kanye's breakdown. But he released a statement saying that's not true. Not even a meltdown could keep the cameras away. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is still filming. We don't know how much of these traumatic situations are going to be on the show, but rest assured the cameras are still rolling.
Yay.
All right, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom were spotted out in New York the other day wearing a massive diamond ring on that finger. Big, giant yellow diamond with dainty little baguettes all around it.
Dainty little baguettes? That sounds delicious.
They're little diamonds, Gord.
You're wishing Jenna was here right now.
Yeah. Okay, and so I don't know if they're engaged. It's yellow. I wouldn't choose a yellow one. You can see a picture of it at jumpradio.ca, but anyway, we'll keep you posted whether it's true or not. And finally, Taylor Swift is coming to TV 24/7. So you know how she signed up with this thing with DirecTV and AT&T? She's going to be doing the Super Bowl pre-show thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they're giving her a TV channel on DirecTV. It's going to be called Taylor Swift Now. It should be called Taylor Swift No. But anyway, yeah, so pretty soon, Animal Planet won't be the only place you can see a snake on TV 24/7.
Oh.
I just think, I don't know, I mean, if it was Britney, I'd be over the moon, and I know she has a lot of fans that'd be into this, but it makes you wonder, with Trump Overlord, is it going to be the only things we can watch pretty soon, or Trump TV and Taylor Swift Now? You'll watch this, wouldn't you?
24/7, baby.
I knew it. Where's Jenna? Jenna!
Yeah?
See you tomorrow. Well, get my tin hat, because Justin Bieber is saying Instagram is owned by the devil. I knew it! He was on one of his rants on stage, and he said that he has no plans on coming back to Instagram anytime soon because it's owned by the devil, and it's a terrible place. When we get sent to hell, you get trapped in Instagram servers, and that's it.
Hell circa 2016?
I guess so. You can watch this whole rant at jumpradio.ca. I blogged about it, but this is crazy. Then at one point he's ranting, then he goes, guys, never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's like one of his Illuminati handlers whispered in his ear, like, shut up, Justin. And so he changed the subject.
Or maybe he remembered Kanye West's rants and goes, it's not
Yeah.
really a good idea right now.
I don't want to spend the night in the hospital.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kanye, he got out.
Yay!
After 9 days in the hospital, which originally was only supposed to be 48 hours, pretty serious, he got out into the care of his doctor and Kim, who, by the way, has been reading to him. For some reason, that's a big point. Like, they want us to know she can read, but she's been by his side reading to him. Probably the script for the new reality special she's planning. But what do I know?
Maybe it's time to take a step back from the spotlight and have some family time, not with cameras all around you.
Well, I hope he doesn't walk into the house and there's Kris Jenner and the camera crew. Like, just turn around and go back to the hospital.
Welcome home!
Yeah, really. And finally, Paris Hilton is saying that she's not really a ditz. She's still fighting this label. She says back in the Simple Life days, the producers told her to act like an airhead, and because it was the first reality show around, she didn't really know. Well, actually, that's not true. Osbournes were first, right?
Yeah.
She didn't know how big it was going to be, and she didn't know she would have this label forever of being an airhead, and she's a serious businesswoman, and she wants to be respected as such.
Well, she played the role really, really well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Jessica Simpson. I remember back with her show, The Newlyweds, she was in an interview and she said, I know that if I fart on TV, my ratings will go up.
Yeah.
So she played with that role of being a little bit of a bimbo.
And it worked.
It worked for her. Look at her empire now.
Paris said the same thing in this interview. You can't be stupid and get that successful. You just
Ding.
can't. There you go. Hey, have a great weekend because I'm off tomorrow. So who's going to do the sleeves? Gore?
I
make
don't
Gord
know
do
if
it.
we'll even post the video. It
All
depends
right.
on how we look tomorrow.
Okay, see you Monday. Well, Jenna, if you were going to stalk a famous movie star, would it be Sean Penn?
No. Definitely not.
Sean Penn has a stalker.
Okay.
I'm
guess
kinda
there's
jealous.
something for everyone.
I guess so. So this woman, deranged woman, 51 years old, she's tried contacting him like 50 times, went to his house once when he called the cops on her, but she ran away before they could catch her. She went back a second time when Sean wasn't home, but one of his neighbors saw her peeping through the windows. They called the cops. They came, picked up this 51-year-old woman who is obviously not all there. She's saying she has a relationship with Sean and she's in love with him.
Are any stalkers really all there?
I guess not, but geez, scary stuff, right?
Stalkers are extremely scary.
Yeah, but you just don't hear about female ones that often. At least I don't. So, yeah. Makes me think of Kathy Bates in Misery. Good movie.
Oh, no.
Bill Cosby, been a huge break in his case, a win for the victim. So remember in 2005, he gave all those depositions where he basically admitted to using Quaaludes and doing all these terrible things to get women to sleep with him. But until now, we weren't sure if that was going to be able to be used against him in court because he had a deal at the time that, basically immunity. If he was going to give all these depositions, they had to agree not to use it against him. But his lawyers at the time were so stupid, they didn't even get it in writing or get an immunity agreement is what it's called. So now a judge ruled we can use these depositions against Bill.
I just don't understand that. It's like, admit that you did everything wrong, and it's okay because we're not going to use it against you later.
The legal says it's like all a game. It
you
really
rape
is a game.
someone, you rape someone, and you should be punished for it.
There you go. And sounds like he will be now, so good. And finally, Tom Hardy is getting a tattoo of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ooh, two hot guys. I get
I
tattoos
know.
of both of them.
So they were together in The Revenant, and they had a bet that Tom Hardy wouldn't get an Oscar nomination for his role. Leo thought he would. Tom thought he wouldn't. He did get one. So Leo got to design a tattoo that Tom supposedly has to get, and he wrote, Leo knows everything, in nice cursive. And so Tom says he's really going to do it.
Oh my.
Should we do a bet like
I
that?
don't know, Jesse. I love you, but I don't think I'd ever get your name tattooed on my body.
Jesse knows everything. I like it.
Oh no! If you seek Jesse, your
Oh!
Twitter handle right on my butt.
Follow me. See you tomorrow. Stop everything. Hold the phone. Brittany and Christina might be in the studio together. Is my head exploding right now?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Now, this is just a rumor, but somebody leaked this on Twitter. There's this song licensing database that I guess all artists have to register songs in. Brittany has a new song called Do You Want to Come Over, track number 2 on Glory, my favorite song off the album. And supposedly, somebody registered a remix of this song and listed the singers as Brittany and Christina. And so...
I just want to know how you feel about
Gord
this,
is like
Jesse.
staring like, you can't believe it. I know this is breaking news. I just don't know how I feel about it because well, I don't know. I don't know because, yeah.
I'm just having a hard time picturing both their styles melding into one.
That's it.
Right? Britney's more of a pop star. Christina Aguilera's got a huge set of pipes.
And this is a dance track, so I don't know. If it's true, it's nice of Britney to help the less fortunate at Christmas time.
Aww.
I mean, it is. It is. But I need a minute to wrap my head around it. But anyway, there's a whole blog with all the details, jumpradio.ca if you want to check it out. Shannon Doherty, we know she's battling cancer. Her husband is now suing her insurance, or her management team, because they ruined his sex life.
Oh, and she's suing her management team, right? Because apparently they didn't fill out her insurance properly, so she had to pay for treatment.
And it caused it to lapse, so then her treatment had to be a lot more aggressive, involving a double mastectomy, intense chemo, and it basically ruined her sexual drive, and so she doesn't want to do it anymore. And he's suing them because as a husband and a wife, he's not entitled to his marital spoils anymore, the lawsuit says.
Oh, well, I hope she gets better, though. She's been battling it hard, and she's very open about it on social media, which I think is great.
Yeah, and he's not being a pig about it because they are still married, so they're just trying to get money, and they deserve it. And finally, the Real Housewives, they're taking pay cuts. We're hearing 20% pay cuts coming to all cast members because ratings are down. Back in the day, they'd break almost 4 million viewers a week. Now it's like 1 million if they're lucky. Me and Gord are 2 of them.
I guess they're going to have to switch out their champagne for sparkling wine.
Oh, yeah. Perrier. There's your Sleaze. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, watch out, Justin Bieber. There's a new 11-year-old on the scene coming for your crown. Cruz Beckham.
Oh, wow.
Son of David and Victoria. I didn't know he was a singer, but apparently he's been doing YouTube covers just like Justin has for a few years now. He's a really good singer, and he just signed with Scooter Braun, who's also Justin's manager.
Yeah, so he's in good hands.
He's in good hands, and he's putting out a Christmas song, and do you know what it's called?
No.
It's called All I Want for Christmas is a Career My Famous Parents Created for Me.
No.
I'm just kidding. It's actually called, what is it called, Gord? I forgot. We don't know.
All I want
what a mess. I should be prepared.
All I Want for Christmas?
No, that's Mariah. Anyway, here's a clip of it.
I Wish Every Day Was Christmas With You is the name of the song.
Every day was Christmas.
Every day was Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So well prepared. Anyway, I think it's good. It's catchy. It's fun.
Yeah, and the money from the song, the proceeds go to charity.
Amazing. Buy it. Brad Pitt. So I don't know if he was watching the Sleaze yesterday or what, but he tried to file a publication ban saying that no media could report on his divorce situation with Angelina. See, what happened was, remember we heard this custody agreement, all this stuff leaked about Angelina having temporary custody, blah, blah, blah. Well, it was all 100% true, and Brad's accusing Angelina of leaking it, saying that makes her a bad mom. She's leaking this information, which was accurate and true, to the press, and how else would they get these, court documents if it wasn't her or her manager leaking it? So he wants everyone to stop, and we're not going to be able to report on it anymore.
He has a point, though. It makes him look really, really bad.
Yeah.
And, they were very open about how they wanted to keep it private for the sake of their family, and that's not happening.
That's what he's arguing. But the judge doesn't care because he said no. The judge said he's throwing out his request for a publication ban, probably because he wants to know what happens next, just like the rest of us.
And probably because he watches the Sleaze every day.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why. And finally, Blac Chyna is not going to be able to cash in on the Kardashian name, most likely. Her real name is Angela Renee something.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be Angela Renee Kardashian when she marries Rob, if she marries Rob. So the 3 Kardashian sisters got together to file a thing saying she can't make money off this name because it's not her real name, and if she does, it's going to hurt their image and their generous perception in the public. I'm like, that people don't think they're that great.
No. And how can you trademark or copyright a name that's already been trademarked or copyrighted?
Well, if it's legally your name after you get married.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why it's going to court now. But I don't know. Guess she needs a little extra for retirement fund.
I think they're just wasting their time and money because there's no way Rob and Black China are actually going to make it down that aisle.
Good point. There's your Sleaze. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, it's the eternal holiday question. Real or fake Christmas tree?
Real, all the way.
Yeah? Fake? I've always been fake too, because I like to do the crazy colors like white, hot pink, you know? And that's trending this year. But I've always done it. Anyway, the reason we're talking about this is Neil Patrick Harris says he's always been on the fake tree camp, but recently he was talking to a Christmas tree farmer and he changed his mind because he always thought real trees were bad for the environment because we all think killing trees, terrible. But this farmer told him for every Christmas tree that's cut down, good farmers anyway, plant 3 more. So you're actually helping the environment when you purchase a real Christmas tree. And also, the fake ones take over 1,000 years to break down in a landfill.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that plastic, right?
So even if you keep it for your whole life, like 70 years, eventually you're gonna die. And then where's the tree gonna end up, right?
You know what my mom does every year? She makes a point of buying the ugliest Christmas tree in the lot because she feels bad for it.
Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah.
That's cute. So I changed my mind. I didn't know this, so I might get real this year.
All
Still
right.
have my trio.
It's about time you got real.
I know. Funny.
Sorry.
Meghan Trainor, she canceled the rest of her tour for this year. She's not doing any more shows. Her doctor put her on vocal rest. Apparently she has some hemorrhaging going on, which don't Google it. I hope she's okay.
Adele had the same thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When they're really belting it out, I guess it's hard on those
flappy
chords.
sure.
All right, in this story, Mick Jagger is a dad again.
What? How old is he?
73.
73. Wow.
Yeah, and his baby mama is 29. This is his 8th child. So, he's got more than enough pallbearers for his funeral.
Oh, he's a great-grandfather, so now he has a son who's younger than his great-grandchild.
Yeah, and his...
Or a child. I don't know if it was a boy or girl.
This is just going to get more confusing the more we talk about it, but his oldest child is 45.
Whoa.
So, it's crazy. They don't have a name for it. It's a boy. But, I mean, at 73, if he names it anything other than Hey You, he's going to forget. So I think that's what he should do. But this is kind of sad because in an interview about this back in the summer when she was pregnant, Mick said he wasn't too thrilled about it because when he's teaching his son how to play catch, he's going to be 80.
Man, that is really sad.
That is that birth
really
control,
sad.
though, right?
Yep.
And it is sad that he's not even going to be around to see him graduate from high school, because by then, he's going to be moved on to his new girlfriend and baby.
High school? Try elementary school.
There's your Sleaze. Have a great weekend. Well, Hulk Hogan's a rich man now. He did end up getting that $31 million settlement from Gawker. There was debate whether or not they were going to be able to pay him because they went bankrupt. Anyway, he got $31 million. So naturally, he's the target of thieves. And over the weekend, a bunch of them went to his house and stole a package off his front door. These 3 women, security footage shows 4 women in a car driving up to his house. And then 3 of them get out, go steal a package off his porch, get back in the car, but then something scared them. So they threw the package out the window. A few minutes later, you see them loop around the block, come up, open the package, take whatever was inside, and drove away. And the video's too grainy to see what was in the package, and police won't say what they took. But there you go.
Wow.
Wonder what it could have been, like gold-plated bandanas?
Or his order of steroids?
Yeah, good luck with that, girls. I don't know. All right, and remember last month we had a story about Anna Faris and her Chihuahua Pete, who was found emaciated and just looking totally a mess in Florida?
Yeah.
Well, she had signed a thing when she adopted him saying that if she was going to find a new home for him, she would have to let them know or pay a $5,000 fine. Well, her baby was allergic to the dog, so she found a new home for him. She swears that she thought it was a good home, and then something happened. The dog became homeless. Well, she said she was going to send somebody to pick up the dog or find a new home for him. The dog's still at the pound.
Oh, I'll adopt the doggy.
Pete the Chihuahua.
Isn't this the plot to Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3?
Oh, is that where we're going with this? Johnny Novak, problem solver. Now, she did pay the $5,000 fine for not letting them know. But, yeah, he's still there. So if you need a Chihuahua, Pete the Chihuahua in Florida, he's looking for a home. Chris Pratt's dog. All right. That's good enough. See you tomorrow. Hey, how you doing? Here's your Sleaze. Johnny behind the camera again. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, what's up?
Filling in for Gord this week. All right, Amy Schumer. Now, you like her or no?
I'm more of a fan of early Amy Schumer.
Yeah, before she got all like ranty and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is really cute. She just bought back her old family farm.
That is such a good story.
Such a good story. So her family lost the farm when she was 12 years old after her dad was diagnosed with MS. They went bankrupt. Really sad. The bank took the farm away. So now, over 15 years later, she's able to buy it back, and she did. She Instagrammed a picture of her screen, FaceTiming with her dad, telling him that she bought it back for him. And the cutest part is that he has MS, so he's living in sort of a retirement home, assisted living facility, and so he can't actually live in the farm. So it was more about the gesture of it all, which makes it so much cuter.
Still a nice, what a Christmas miracle.
Unless, of course, she bought the farm with the intention of putting her dad to work at the farm. But then it's not so Christmassy. Oh my God, Will and Grace. So you remember earlier this year they did that 10-minute reunion special where they kind of were making a statement about Trump, basically.
Yeah.
And since then, everyone's been talking about whether or not it's coming back for real, getting the reboot treatment, so popular these days. I would love this. And it turns out the cast is on board. Now, Eric McCormick was doing a new interview, and he said they're all on board. It's just a matter of figuring out the behind-the-scenes logistics. An NBC insider's talking, though, saying what he really meant to say is that they're asking for too much money. So we have a quote. NBC gave a quote here. Bear with me. Hold on a second. Oh, did I lose my... Oh, please hold. It's an important quote.
There we go.
I'm back.
Okay, there we go.
All right, so this is what NBC said about it. NBC would love to see the show return, but like any business, we need to make sure it makes sense financially. And with the money each cast member is currently asking, it just isn't possible. So that's too bad. Megan Mullally, who plays Karen, was on the Today Show earlier this week, basically said the same thing. She said, come on, NBC, get it together. So they can afford it. I don't know what they're waiting for.
It is NBC.
Will and Grace, you'd love to see that come back, right, Jenna?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, Jenna, close your ears, because Drake might have a new girlfriend, and that is allegedly Jennifer Lopez.
No, but they would make an awesome couple.
Yeah, they would. Oh, imagine the babies from those two.
I've had like the hugest crush on J-Lo since like I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, and Jenna's had the biggest crush on Drake since
he came on this
25 years old.
Degrassi High.
Yeah. So, I guess he's moved on from Taylor Swift and Rihanna. But the latest is that he's with J-Lo. They're working on new music together. He also rented out this huge restaurant to have a party with 20 people. He brought J-Lo as his date. He's been to her Vegas show twice.
It's not happening, Jesse.
Are you gonna hurt
Here's
me?
my thing, is Drake is collaborating with J-Lo just like he did with Taylor Swift, and they were spotted all around. But J-Lo's getting back with Mark Anthony because he just got divorced.
Were we supposed to wear matching green shirts today?
It's the first day of winter. Get with it. Merry Christmas. See you tomorrow. Hey, it's Bring Your Kids to Work Day here at the station. Meet Levi and Lopez.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
Hi. All right, now to the important news. Your Sleaze. Okay, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, they had their second child back in September. They already have a 2-year-old named James. A very normal celebrity name, right? I don't know why it took so long, but we're just finding out what they named their daughter. Innes. Innes Reynolds.
And she has a road named after her in Ottawa.
She sure does. Let's hope they do not move here, otherwise she'll have like a criminal future ahead of her. Innes Reynolds. Or maybe it's Inez. I don't know. But all I know is Innes Reynolds to me kind of sounds like an 88-year-old bookkeeper at a window and doors shop. Don't you think? Like that still uses checks and smokes Marlboros by the window.
Yeah,
it's just me.
It seems a bit mature.
Innes. All right. Justin Bieber, he's in trouble in Argentina. So, okay, long time ago in 2014, he was in Argentina on tour, and he ordered one of his thugs to beat up a paparazzi who was making him mad. What's new? So, they called the police, obviously, but before the police could question Bieber, him and his bodyguard flew out of there. A judge, a year later, the legal system takes so long. So a year later, a judge ordered him to come back for questioning in this matter. Well, you're not going to tell Bratty Justin what to do. So he was like, I'm not going back to Argentina. So he didn't go back. Which brings us to now. This judge still wants Justin. He's been indicted now, which means he's going to officially be charged with assault or something. They want him back in Argentina to be prosecuted, but he's, of course, not going to go. He's even got a tour over there next year, but he skipped Argentina because the minute he sets foot there, he's going to be arrested. So, Justin, you gotta make this right.
What about his fans in Argentina?
I know. His lawyers are trying to say the judge is a big meanie, just a Bieber hater, because he's hurting the economy by not letting Justin go, because he's such a big draw over there.
A little dramatic.
I just think it's fun if you're one of his private jet pilots and you get mad at him, you could just take a sharp right turn that was left, but you know what I'm saying? Fly to Argentina, land, and we're all free of Justin because they will lock him up.
Genius.
All right, finally, one more thing. Alec Baldwin's talking about playing Trump, which we love. You know, he's going to be staple on SNL probably for the next 4 years. Guess how much he makes per episode?
Per episode?
Per episode.
Let's say 200,000.
I know, that's what I thought too. $1,400. $1,400.
That's it?
This is from Alec's own mouth, allegedly.
This is why NBC is so cheap. Remember, they won't pay Will and Grace?
I know.
They pay Alec Baldwin.
$1,400. Now, granted, he's usually only there for 10 minutes, right? Just for the cold open. He says it takes him 7 minutes to get made up to look like Trump. But the long part is studying his speech. He says he focuses on the pauses that Trump takes in his speech, and that really helps him do a believable voice. But $1,400.
I can't believe
7 minutes to do makeup? Why can't every other woman be like that?
I know, it takes me a lot longer. But the other thing is, he said he's just happy to do it. He's not in it for the money because he wants to be the guy that makes everyone realize we need to stop Trump. So I guess it's more of just a personal interest for him than anything.
Oh, and it's big publicity, too.
Yeah, there we go. All right, there's your Sleaze. We'll see you tomorrow. Say bye, Lopez. Bye.
Goodbye.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Where are your assistants today?
My Oh, Jenna and Gord?
No, the little ones.
Yeah, they had to stay home. They were sick of this early morning. They didn't want to do it. Lopez and Levi. Okay, so Donald Trump. You know, unfortunately, his inauguration's coming up next month. And so he's trying to get people to perform at the big ceremony. So many people are turning him down. Garth Brooks won't do it. Elton John won't do it. Andrea Bocelli won't do it. Right now, the only one signed up is Jackie Evancho. She won America's Got Talent in 2010. But he wanted Celine Dion. She said no.
Oh, yeah, right.
She said no. She said no way. Apparently some bigwig in Vegas promised Trump he was going to get Celine for him, but Celine wants nothing to do with it, obviously.
That's, yeah.
It's not even a good fit.
No.
So his heart's just going to have to go on.
I was just going to make that joke.
Speaking of Donald the Orange Baboon, Tom Arnold was on Celebrity Apprentice a while ago, and he says he actually has another racist tape of Donald going off in the boardroom, calling women the C word, using the N word about black people, making fun of his own kids who were in the room, calling them mentally challenged, and all sorts of stuff. Now, Tom, in this interview, says he's pretty sure he was joking about all this. Like, we've all made inappropriate jokes before. But when you're wearing a microphone, you have to be very careful of that. And but this is where it gets juicy, okay? Tom says right before the election, he was approached by people begging him to release these tapes. I guess former people that worked on The Apprentice knew about this tape, and he really wanted him to release it. But he wouldn't because he knew people's jobs were on the line, because everyone had to sign a $5 million confidentiality agreement when they were on The Apprentice, so he didn't want himself to get sued, and he didn't want to get anybody else in trouble, basically. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's a long way of saying Tom said he's not going to release the tapes, but they're out there. I just don't know why Tom Arnold would have these tapes, like, because we didn't know he was going to run for president back when he was on the show. So what is he sitting there, like, putting voice memos on his phone, hoping to catch something in case of a day like this?
Yeah, then what else does he have on anyone?
I know. You can't trust anybody these days. Everyone's got their camera rolling, their voice memo on.
Hey, we know about it. We got mics in the room all the time.
I know.
Careful what you say.
And finally, Kris Jenner. Oh my god. Every year, now you can check, I made a blog, jumpradio.ca, Life and Style, or some Martha Stewart magazine followed her around while she was decorating for Christmas. She does Christmas amazing every year. You can hate her if you want to, but she does Christmas great. She has this huge, gaudy Christmas party every year. One of these years, I'm determined to get an invite. But this year, she had trouble with the guest list. She didn't invite Black China, because I guess she thought not inviting her would get more press than if she did, so that's why she didn't invite her. But really, it's because they're saying their relationship between her and Rob has gotten so toxic, they just want them to break up, and she kind of hopes that not inviting her to her Christmas party creates more distance between them.
What a mess that is.
And like, Mom, let your son handle his own relationship, maybe.
Maybe.
All right, there's your Sleaze. Have a great Christmas, everybody. I'm going to be eating lots. I already got my Baileys chilling in the fridge. How about you?
I got several bottles of wine.
Yeah. We'll see you next week. Justin Bieber just got sued by a mom who was pissed that he canceled his meet and greets. Remember back when he first started the Purpose World Tour, like 2 weeks into it, he's like, I'm tired. I can't do meet and greets anymore.
Yeah.
So he canceled them all. But instead of giving people a refund, they set up a cardboard cutout of him and were like, well, this is good enough. It's a life-size picture. You can get a selfie. Well, anyway, this one mom was not happy or satisfied with that. So she paid $1,900 for her tickets, for the meet and greet floor tickets for her and her 15-year-old daughter. And the company said they were going to refund her eventually, but they didn't. It's been months. She's tired of waiting. So she sued Justin Bieber for breach of contract and negligent representation, which is a fancy way of saying, give me my money back, you brat. So anyway, she got her money back. A judge awarded her $5,300,
wow.
So that covers the cost of the ticket and the meet and greet, but also about $3,300 in legal fees. Justin didn't even show up to court, didn't get a lawyer, didn't even acknowledge this lawsuit, so he automatically lost, and he probably didn't care, he can afford it. But I just feel bad because it was their second chance to meet him in person, and he didn't show up at court.
Yeah, but good for her. But what about the other people? I hope they do the same.
Well, yeah, this might be a class action thing, who knows? She opened the floodgates. Okay, Rob Kardashian was rushed to the hospital. Don't worry, he's still alive. We got 24 hours left in this year. Supposedly, and this is weird, exactly 1 year ago, on December 29, 2015, was when he was rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with diabetes. He had a diabetic attack. And yesterday, same exact date, 1 year later, he had another diabetic attack. And he was rushed to the hospital. I mean, he can't take care of himself, this guy. It all stems from the stress with China and all the drama we've seen play out on social media. It's a real mess.
He's okay, though.
He's okay. He's going to be fine. Kris Jenner went to visit him. China actually went to visit him at the hospital. He was released yesterday. But he's got to stop sucking back food the way Kris Jenner sucks back young souls, because that's his problem. He's got to start drinking or some other vice. Stop eating. Anyway. Sorry, that was very harsh, but I just feel bad for him. He's obviously struggling, you know. Anyway. Okay, finally, this is probably 10 minutes long, but Posh Spice, she's getting a very respected British order called the Order of the British Empire. She's a really big deal in the UK. She does a lot of charity work with UN AIDS and different charities over there. And this sort of explains why she didn't want to do the Spice Girls reunion. Because she's like the Angelina Jolie of the UK. So now she's getting royal recognition. Journalists over there are angry, saying, really? We're going to give this high honor to a Spice Girl? To some lip-syncing thing on a stick, they called her? I don't have the quote. Oh, yes, I do have the quote. She said, are we really bestowing this honor on a Spice Girl ahead of countless heroic public servants, innovators, and inventors? People with decades-long careers of life-saving work? This fringe on a stick who wobbles along to wannabe is really who needs recognition from the Queen?
Wow, tell us how you really feel.
She's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
What do you think of Posh Spice, Gord?
Nah.
Oh, really?
Wow. It's funny, she's the most famous Spice Girl now,
yeah.
But she wasn't when they were popular.
Yeah, she's the most famous Spice Girl, but she didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Well, she was a fashionista. My favorite was always Ginger, though.
Me too.
Shockingly, because I know Team Blonde, you think Baby, but I love Ginger.
Me too.
All right, this is a half an hour long Sleaze. Have a great New Year's Eve, and we'll see you next year.
Oh, God. Getting your papers in order?
Yeah, you filming already?
Yes.
There's just so many quotes. All right, here we go. Happy New Year! It doesn't have as much of a punch when you've already started, you know?
Right.
Here we are in 2017. Do you know what, though? There was a lot of deaths last year. One thing that didn't die was the feud between Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump. Hit it, Gord!
All right. It's like a Monday today. It's like the Mondayest Tuesday of the year.
Yeah, it really is. So they're fighting again. Rosie started it up yesterday because she's feeling bad for this author who wrote a biography about Trump named Harry Hurt, because Donald Trump kicked him off a golf course last week because he didn't like what he said about him in his book. So for some reason this upset Rosie. She tweeted, Donald Trump is mentally unstable. We have less than 3 weeks to stop him, America. He is a criminal!
A little dramatic.
Yeah, well, I thought their chance to stop him was when they were voting, so I don't know what good that's going to do.
Yeah.
But he hasn't responded. Maybe his people are calming him down, directly anyway to Rosie. He just said, Happy New Year to all my haters. I shouldn't have thrown it. I had his quote here. Hold on. All right, what did he say? Happy New Year to all my enemies, including those who have fought for...
I told ya.
I'm dying.
I told ya.
Next story. Oh my god, now if this is true, I'd be excited, but it's not true. Lindsay Lohan.
I'm sorry. I need to take a second.
Okay. I'll be right back. Lindsay Lohan wants to bring back Mean Girls. She wants to do a Mean Girls 2, even though there already is a Mean Girls 2. Did you know about that?
No, I had no idea. I need to watch it now.
Well, it's not that great. It's like a made-for-TV Mean Girls 2, bottom of the bargain bin, nobody famous in it. Apparently, Lindsay hasn't even heard about it because she's talking about how she wants to make a Mean Girls 2. She's been trying for years to get it off the ground. She's even written a treatment for it.
Oh, wow.
And Rachel McAdams, who plays the devilishly devil. I'm just going to keep it very simple today.
This is a mess. This is going on for real.
Regina George is on board. She would do it, but I don't know about the other two, Lacey Chabert and Amanda Seyfried, because they kind of have their own careers going on.
Yeah, but really, what else are they doing?
It's true. And Tina Fey's working on a Broadway version of Mean Girls, so she's kind of busy right now. But I'm supporting Lindsay in this. I hope it happens.
Me too.
And I don't have time to get into Mariah Carey. I don't have time. Listen to the show, because we'll be talking about her there. I love Mariah. I have to say quickly, I don't think it's Mariah's fault. I think she was sabotaged. I think a J-Lo fan was running the music board, and I think that they sabotaged her on purpose. Nobody else had that many problems go on in the performance.
No, I feel bad for Mariah, and that's a rare thing to feel.
The only thing I think she could have done better is handle the audience a bit better, you know? Like, because she kind of, like, just was awkward and faking it. She should have just cut everything and just talked to them for a minute.
Yeah, because she has that personality,
Yeah,
right?
she could do it. All right, there's your Sleaze. We'll be back tomorrow unless I'm fired because it's a mess. Well, congratulations to Janet Jackson, who just became a mom at 50.
Wow.
I'm 50.
I can't believe how fast that pregnancy went by the way.
I know. I feel like we were just talking about it. And she was having complications, but everything's fine. The baby's healthy. And now she can go back to kicking, stretching, and kicking. Because she's 50.
Have you been practicing?
No. Do you remember that character from Saturday Night Live, Molly Shannon?
I actually don't.
Oh my god, it was such a good character. Sally O'Malley, I'm 50. Okay. Anyway, the boy's name is Issa Elmana. So, very Muslim religious name. You know, her husband is very religious, and so is she now. That's a nice name. Issa. E-I-S-S-A.
Yeah, what did you say they could say earlier?
Issa boy!
Issa boy!
Issa boy! Be better if they were Italian, but, yeah. You remember Sally O'Malley.
Sally, I'm 50. I'd like to kick.
Keep going. Stretch! All right. Okay, Kenya Moore from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Gordon, you've got to get into Atlanta because it's a good one.
Okay.
She recently had a scare. 3 fans, 2 guys and a girl, went up to her new house. They jumped the fence. Okay, she's been building this huge mansion. They've been documenting it on the show. So it's no surprise people wanted to go see it. They knocked on her door because they just wanted to see her. So they, hi, Kenya. She pulls out a gun, chases them off the property. And of course, she took to Instagram ranting about how you can't do that. She posted video stills, too, of her chasing them with the gun. Here's a little bit of what she said.
You are going to get a I will shoot and I will ask questions later. Try me.
Was there a lot of English in that? I like just beeping.
Yeah, there's a lot of. You can watch her full uncensored rant at jumpradio.ca on my blog, but yeah, she's upset about it.
Well, I think she should be happy that she had fans coming to her door.
Yeah, and why does she have to live in a giant mansion in the middle of the forest? She's a single woman. Like, go live in some high-rise penthouse with a concierge downstairs.
Good point.
Yeah. All right. Finally, Golden Globes are this Sunday. Now, this might be my favorite award show because everyone gets drunk and they're classy. You love the Golden Globes too, right?
I love the Golden Globes.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I love him.
Either them or the VMAs are my favorite. I don't know. But anyway, Jimmy Fallon is hosting, and he's planning to open the show by making fun of Mariah after her disastrous New Year's Eve performance. We don't know what exactly he's planning, but he's going to parody that somehow. Other presenters in the night are saying they're going to have some fun pretending they're having sound issues.
Oh my god.
I think it's great.
Has Mariah been this relevant in the past couple of years?
Bingo, thank you. Like, she's the butt of the joke, but she's going to have the last laugh because they wouldn't have even been talking about her at the Golden Globes, right?
Right.
Yeah. So those are Sunday at 8 o'clock on NBC.
Exciting.
I'll be watching.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow. Welcome back, Jenna.
It's so woo!
Oh, that's a good song. All right, we better get to it so your arms don't fall off. Oprah Winfrey, TMZ caught up with her in New York City and asked her if there's anything that she doesn't spend money on or she's, likes to save because she's worth $3 billion. And actually there is. She says she refuses to pay for a hotel to clean her underwear when she's staying there. It costs like $12 per pair of underwear or per batch, I guess, you want to have clean. So she's like, it's cheaper to go out and buy a new one.
Oh my.
Sense.
Or it's cheaper to just Put it in a plastic bag, stick it in your suitcase, take it home and wash it.
Have your maid do it.
Exactly, if you're Oprah.
I know some people that don't buy like garbage bags because they're like, oh, it's just throwing money away. Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, I don't buy garbage bags either. I always use my grocery bags.
There you go. Mariah Carey is still not taking any blame for what happened on New Year's Eve because she just fired her creative director named Anthony Burrell. So this guy, and if you watch her reality show, this guy is a bit of a diva himself, so I'm kind of not surprised she wanted to get rid of him. But she's saying he made a decision to move her backup dancers, or backup singers, off the stage and down below, so she couldn't hear them as well. And that caused her to screw up because the backup singers could have reminded her where she was in the song and saved her.
I'm not a huge fan of Mariah, but I don't
know.
understand why everyone cares so much about lip syncing. It's not like it hasn't been done before.
Well, and she just had parts that were going to be lip synced. Like, she was going to actually sing, but...
She had the voice track behind her is what she had, yeah.
But, so anyway, she's blaming everybody but herself. I think we just need to move on. But the point is, we wouldn't be talking about her if this didn't happen, so...
True.
I think she's going to have the last laugh. Finally, really sad, Heather Locklear is back in rehab for the 5th time.
So sad.
I didn't know she even had a problem.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's for an addiction to booze and prescription pills like Xanax.
Horrible, horrible mix.
Yeah, and she is, something happened over the holidays. She had a breakdown. She had to be rushed to this Cliffside Rehab Center. She's staying in a house with 2 other women, but it's not good. I hope she gets the help she needs this time.
Me too, and it's just so sad because addiction like this is an ongoing, lifelong battle.
Yeah, yeah. What else? What a sad story to end.
We're with you, Heather.
Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow. Here's someone who's not in the sleaze every day. Queen Elizabeth! So she decided to go for a stroll at 3 in the morning around Buckingham Palace outside because she couldn't sleep. And she almost got shot by one of her own guards. He says, that he saw a figure lurking in the bushes 3 in the morning. And he shouted out when he realized who it was, "Oh my God, Your Majesty, I almost shot you." And then the Queen responded by saying,
Hello! Next time I'll ring through beforehand so you don't have to shoot me.
there you go.
I don't even have words.
What are you doing up at 3 a.m., Your Majesty?
Going for a stroll.
Oh!
You guys are too much.
Okay. All right, Your Majesty, I'm going to talk about Justin Bieber now. What do you think about him?
Oh, heavens, a little rascal. Oh, no.
Okay. Justin Bieber is in trouble today because he is a bad pet owner. He keeps getting pets. He's had 2 dogs, a monkey, birds, fish, you name it, and he keeps giving them away, which you can't do. If you're going to be a pet owner, it's got to be long haul. So latest on this, he got a dog named Todd a couple months ago. So,
yeah, that cute white puppy
yeah, the
Pomeranian.
Yorkie. Oh, it's Pomeranian.
Or it's like a Samoyed or something. Yeah.
Anyway, he couldn't take care of it. He was too busy. He gave it to his backup dancer, CJ. CJ discovered this poor dog had a hip problem, hip dysplasia.
Yeah.
Cost $8,000 to fix. And so he started a GoFundMe to raise the money. And somebody famous even donated. Oh, Willow Smith's brother, Jaden Smith. He donated, so he has the money for the surgery. And everyone's like, whoa, why didn't Justin pony up this money? But supposedly Justin didn't know about it. He never told him. He's like, I didn't want to bother Justin with it because he trusted me with the dog.
He would have been the first one I went to because the dog was born with hip dysplasia.
Yeah, so it's not like that's Justin's fault, no. But, I mean, it could be worse. At least now this dog doesn't have to grow up with the embarrassment of Justin Bieber as an owner.
Oh.
Also could have been worse. Justin could have turned him into one of his ugly pimp coats he's been wearing lately. So it could be worse for Todd. It could be worse. Okay, really quickly, finally, Star Wars is trying to decide what to do with Princess Leia. Supposedly in the next 2 movies, she has 2 major scenes, one with Han Solo and one reunion with Luke Skywalker that they haven't shot yet. So we're trying to figure out what they're going to do now that Carrie's gone. Sad.
That'll be tricky. CGI?
Yeah. Maybe, that's one of the options. They might do that.
Remember that movie, The Crow?
No.
You don't remember The Crow?
Brandon Lee?
Maybe. Sure.
Yeah, he died halfway through the movie, and they somehow picked it up and finished it off.
Oh yeah, they did that recently with someone else too. John Candy, one of his maybe. Anyway, they did that in the last Star Wars because they brought back Princess Leia when she was younger.
Yeah,
so we know they can do it.
Maybe they'll flip the script.
Paul Walker, that was at Fast and Furious.
Yeah, maybe they'll flip the script and do like a flashback or something.
There you go. Have a great weekend and sleep tight, Your Majesty.
Oh, thank you. Going through the weekend.
Major update in the Kim Kardashian robbery case. 17 people have now been arrested in connection with it, and this is crazy. Got a lot of details about them. 2 of them were diamond dealers.
Ooh.
This is like a major heist. Police say that they've been working on this for a long time. This is an experienced group of criminals, and how they caught them is very interesting. They tapped a bunch of phone lines in the area, and that's why it took since October, because they kept having to re-tap different lines. Eventually they got enough clues that narrowed it down on this group, and that's how they found them.
They also had DNA evidence, too.
They caught 2 of the guys with DNA evidence left at the scene. It was on the gag they actually used on Kim. So you'd think it would be her DNA, but maybe their skin cells, or they used their mouth to tighten it. Just scary. Their ages are pretty diverse. Their age range is 30 to 72.
Whoa.
I'm thinking the 72-year-old must have been one of the diamond dealers. But you can actually see pictures of them on my blog at jumpradio.ca. But it's only young people in the pictures. So I want to see the 72-year-old. Also, one of them was her driver.
It was like her trusted Paris chauffeur.
Yeah, she used every time she went to Paris, so he was the last one to know of her plans for the evening and able to tip off the rest of the group.
Now you can kind of understand why Kanye West felt so betrayed.
Oh yeah, how could you trust anyone else now?
No.
Major plot twist for anyone that thought this was staged for publicity.
Yeah.
We didn't think that ever.
I really didn't.
No, neither did I. Neither did I, but I'm glad they're caught. Good for her. Happy ending to this fairy tale.
Yeah, and hopefully they can start to like move forward and heal from it.
Hopefully. We all love carpool karaoke, huh? Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're getting this new show on Apple TV. The only thing is it's not going to be hosted by James Corden. He's the reason I watch. Is he going to take his man boobs out? Is he going to put a wig on? What's he going to do? We like the funny. But he's still going to be involved. He's going to be an executive producer on this new show coming out soon. 16 episodes, half an hour. So what they're going to do is they're going to have different celebrity pairings. There's going to be one episode with Alicia Keys and John Legend.
Ooh.
Then another one with Billy Eichner and Metallica.
I wonder how they decide who drives.
Whoever's sober, I don't know. Between Billy Eichner and Metallica, it's hard to say. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to check it out, but I feel like I'm going to miss James.
Yeah, just give it a chance, I guess.
Yeah, he's still going to host the segment on his own show, though. Oh, and finally, we all know what Donald Trump said about Meryl, right? He said she's overrated. Funny thing about that, in 2015, he was doing an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, and they asked who his favorite actress was. He said Meryl Streep is excellent. She's a fine person, he called her. What's wrong with this guy? He's the type of person that just gets mad at you because you're mad at him.
And it's because no one, like, holds him to what he says, you know?
No.
They're just like, oh, whatever.
But thanks to the internet, we can look it up from 2 years ago, huh? Donald Trump. How many days until he's officially the president?
I don't
want
count.
10. It's scary.
11.
Oh!
No, you're right, 10.
I don't... Who cares? Let's enjoy the time we have left.
That's true.
See you tomorrow. Hey, some very exciting news for the Sleaze video. On Monday, it's going to be a bit different. We're going Facebook Live with the Sleaze.
Yeah, so you can send in your comments, your questions for Jesse. Do you like them? Do you not?
Can you believe they're trusting me to go live? I don't know. We'll see what happens. So that's Monday. But today, Fergie is focusing on her own career. So will.i.am was doing a new interview. He said Fergie's focusing on her own thing. They were supposed to put out a Black Eyed Peas album in 2016. Didn't happen. So they're kind of getting tired of waiting for Fergie. And they're looking for a replacement. It might be Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls.
I could see that.
Me too.
That could work.
Nicole's been trying to do her own thing for a couple years too, but nothing's really sticking anymore. So this could be a perfect fit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Me too. Okay, Grammys are February 12th. James Corden's hosting. Going to be very funny. We know that. We're getting the first wave of performers. Metallica.
Yeah!
Just waiting for that. John Legend.
Ooh,
Great.
I love John Legend.
Yeah, we're going to have Carrie Underwood. Love her.
Always puts on a great show.
Former Ottawa girl. And Keith Urban.
Oh, it sounds like a pretty good lineup so far.
Way more to come. Obviously, this is just a few teaser ones. So that's February 12th. And finally, Alanis Morissette's former business manager, Jonathan Schwartz. Remember a couple months ago, she accused him of stealing all this money from him, suing him for $15 million? Well, he admitted it.
Ooh.
He stole over $7 million from her between 2009 and 2016. He was managing all her money, paying her personal bills for her, which is so scary if you trust someone to do that.
Yeah, taken advantage of.
Yeah, I feel like if I was a big star, I'd still take a look every week. You know, I'd want to know what they're up to.
Yeah.
But I'm cheap. What?
You ought to know when someone steals money from you.
Yeah, I guess she wasn't the only one with one hand in her pocket.
Oh my god. I don't even have one ready. And also, he said he stole $2 million from other celebrities, which we don't know, but we do know he managed Mariah and who else?
Beyonce.
They're so rich, they probably wouldn't even notice if he took $2 million. Hey, there's your Sleaze. We'll see you tomorrow. Wherever Whenever. Good song, right?
Yeah.
Shakira. What's your favorite Shakira song?
That one, probably.
Yeah, probably that one. Shakira's career almost never happened. She is saying that when she was younger, she didn't have a very good voice, and she had music teacher after music teacher tell her that she was terrible, she would never make it. And she says her career she attributes to persistence more than talent because she wasn't going to give up.
I really love Shakira. And I don't know if you knew this, but Shakira is actually a genius. She was asked to join Mensa.
I've heard that before from you 5 minutes ago. And that makes sense because at the end of this article, she said if she didn't become a singer, she was going to become a brain surgeon. And I was thinking, you and me both, honey. But it turns out she could have actually done it.
Yeah, I really love Shakira.
Me
She's
too.
a very positive role model.
Yeah, glad she made it though. But don't give up, you see?
Yes.
And Drake, okay, so, oh my god, J-Lo spoke out for the first time about their alleged romance. Well, not really their romance. She was on Extra. They asked her if it's true they made music together. She said yes, they made one song. Not sure if they're going to do more. But then she changed the topic real quick before the host could get into the personal stuff. Because she's already had him meet her kids. What else?
The $100,000 necklace he gave her.
Thank you. They have cute cuddling pictures together. So I feel like there's something maybe going on, or it's a really good promotion for this song.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Okay, and American Crime Story, we all watched OJ, right?
Yeah.
Or was it OJ?
People versus OJ Simpson.
Yeah, it was. And that was the first season. Amazing. Probably best show of 2016. We already know season 2 is going to be about Hurricane Katrina. Season 3, they've already got planned. It's going to be about the assassination of Versace. Mm-hmm. And they've already planned season 4.
Woohoo!
It's going to be all about sex, lies, and ugly berets from the 90s. Monica Lewinsky.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
blue dresses, cigars.
Yeah, blue. Remember that blue dress? So the book, they based the first season on a book that some guy wrote about OJ. Same guy wrote a book about Monica, and they're basing season 4 on that book. But it's going to be a couple years before we get this, because we haven't even started filming season 2 yet.
I'll wait 4 years for that.
Oh yeah,
one.
it's going to be a good show. You know it'll still be around. I just hope they don't get Leah Michele to play Monica Lewinsky. He uses her too much. All right, there's your Sleaze. Have a great weekend. And on Monday, the Sleaze is going to be Facebook Live.
Woo!